I performed in the Totorock class on Saturday,
Yeah.
and this is part of my acting reflections for this week. And just to go along with all that we've been talking about, is be specific and don't fight the material that you're working on, because like once you do that, it's gonna become a muddled general mess, and it's not going to be specific, it's not going to be heartfelt, it's not going to become emotional. It's just going to be you logically fighting the work. And that was something that Tom pointed out to me on Saturday, and I think it's such a valuable lesson. And it's something that I do every now and again. And I think some of the best people still do it. Like we still judge things every now and again, but like the more you check in with yourself and double check and be like, okay, I am judging this. How do I reframe the way I'm working on this and the way I'm thinking about this so that it does become more specific and a better piece overall, so that I can use this down the line. And
Right.
half an hour working with Tom, and it's now a piece that I'm going to be happy to share with casting directors and producers and such.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a tendency, like kind of what you're speaking to, is sometimes because it is like we're the instrument, where it's
Mm-hmm.
my body, it's my voice. There can be a situation with some certain scripts and scenes where you just make it what you want to make it. You're like, this is
Yeah.
who I am. This is how I play this. And that's great. And that's empowering. And yeah, you want to have the agency to make strong choices and be who you want to be as a performer.
Mm-hmm.
But your job is also to serve the writing and the story. And there's certain words there for a reason.
Yeah.
So you can't just whitewash everything with what you want it to be and be like, this is how I play everything. And like, okay, but you might not get this one because
Mm-hmm.
that's not what the writer's saying. If you actually break down the script and read the words and do a little homework and dig a little deeper into the material. So it's that fine line of, yeah, you want to make it your own, but there's still a writer and there's still a
Mm-hmm.
director and there's still a story. So it can't just be like, this is me, I'm going to do this. Where I think Tom sometimes talks about act to be expressive, not impressive. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not just like, yeah, look at me and look at all the tricks I can do. And I have been guilty of that too, being from a comedic background or just from a stand-up background. I want to like look at all the moves and tricks and look at me, I'm a circus ringleader. Or Tom used to call me. If I was moving too much or being too big on camera, I'd be like, you come in like a whirling dervish, coming all spinning and wild. And he likes to use the phrase, love can't hit a moving target.
Yeah.
So you aim your own heart at the heart you want to affect, and
Mm-hmm.
just let them, you zone in on them as your scene partner or as the audience, and let them really zone in on you and in your stillness and delivering the words with impact. So yeah, it's great lessons. There's a lot of subtleties to this stuff, but yeah, seeing yourself as a professional,
Yeah.
it's mastery too. It's also like, I think every master also maintains, there's this funny dichotomy of, if you actually look at people who are masters in their field, they're somehow also able to maintain a beginner's mindset. So they're a fucking master, but they're still learning new things every day. They're still open to coaching.
Mm-hmm.
They are a master, but they're not walking around thinking, I'm a master and I know everything and nobody knows anything except me. Like, those aren't the true ones. Those are like false masters. So it's, yeah, do you put in the experience and put in the work, but every day is a new day. Every day is a fresh opportunity to learn and grow, and also to change your mind on things. I think that's a
Yeah.
good indication of someone's emotional or intelligence, emotional intelligence or regular intelligence is, are you able to evolve and grow, and you maybe like change your mind about something? Oh, I used to be dead set belief in this, and then over time I actually changed my mind and now I think differently about it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that's a huge human trait that a lot of people don't have. It's like people get set in their ways, or they heard one thing in theater school when they were 19 years old, and that's just the way it is forever, versus learning and growing and being open. You don't have to accept every new piece of information, but be open to be like, okay, if I was brand new and this is the new information I'm getting, can you try this on? One of my mentors often just says, when you're getting new information, because our brains want to fight things. Our brain will always be like, is this relevant to me? Do I know it? Is this like what this said? Do I agree with this? Do I not agree with this? Have I heard this before? We're always like, whether it's conscious or subconscious, we're always immediately judging things. So just the idea of when you hear new information or new idea or new methodology or new opinion, try it on like a piece of clothing. And you don't have to keep it on forever, but try it on for a day, try it on
Yeah.
for a week, try it on for a few minutes and be like,
Hmm.
oh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, I didn't see that. Like you see a different perspective, you see a different angle, or even taking directions as an actor in a session. Sometimes, and we all do this, you have your way of thinking and your way that you've broken it down and how you see the scene, and someone suggests something else. Well, sometimes we'll be like, no, I'm doing it this way versus,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I could see that's interesting. Let's do one like that and see how that works
Hmm.
versus shooting it down. There's a lot of value to just be like, be open and receptive to a new direction or to a new suggestion and have that yes and improv mentality rather than a no because mentality where it's like, well, no, because I think I'm going to do this, this, and this. Rather like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that's interesting, and oh, maybe I'll try it this way. Yeah, so just be open, be growing, evolving.